Welcome back to Module 13, Exercise number 1, where we're going to be creating a Documents and Media Message Bus Listener. In this exercise, we'll see how Liferay Message Bus can be leveraged to customize image preview generation in the Documents and Media application. Our first step is going to be creating a Liferay module project using the service template. We'll move on to implementing the PDF Message Listener class. We're going to do a final code review, and then we'll deploy that to Liferay and test it out. We're going to jump into Liferay Developer Studio, and the first thing we're going to do is right-click under Modules, select New, and then select Liferay Module Project. Our project name here is going to be Message-Bus-Listener. We'll use the same default location, but we'll specify our build type, which should be Gradle, our Liferay version, which will be 7.2, and the project template name, which is going to be Service. Once that's all filled out, we can go ahead and select Next. Our next step is giving it a component class name. In this case, we'll call it PDF Message Bus Listener. And for the package name, we'll call that com.liferay.training.messagebuslistener. For the service name, we're going to actually select this browse button on the right and search for star.messagelistener. And we'll double click on the one that says com Liferay portal kernel messaging message listener. Our last step here is to add a property. And the destination name is going to be our property name, so destination.name. And the value here is going to be resolve me. This is a temporary value that we'll go ahead and fix up in the later steps. Once that's all finished, we can go ahead and select Finish and wait for the IDE to create our Liferay module project for us. Once that's all done, we can go ahead and implement the PDF Message Listener class. So we can go into our package that we've created and select that Java class. And our first step is going to be implementing the component annotation. So what we want to do is actually remove this resolve me value. We're going to add a plus, and then we're going to enter destination names dot document library PDF processor. We'll go ahead and hit save once that component annotation has been edited. After that, we'll select our Java class name, and we're going to add the unimplemented methods. Again, hit save. Our next step is going to be implementing this receive method. Just to speed things up, I'm going to take the snippet that's provided in the Chapter 13 exercise folder, and I'll copy that, and I'll go ahead and paste that in. Again, make sure to resolve our missing imports, and we'll hit save again. We can go ahead and start building our project. So we'll go into Gradle Tasks under our workspace inside of Modules in the Message Bus Listener module that we've just created. And we'll go ahead and build that. Okay, and once that's successfully built, we can go ahead and deploy it. So we'll go into our deploy, or into our modules folder under Message Bus Listener. Under build, libs, we'll copy that jar, and then we'll go into the place where our Liferay Tomcat bundle is installed. And we'll put that jar inside of the deploy folder. So deploy, paste that in, it should disappear. We can head over to our console and see that the jar is processing. And we've seen that it's successfully started. Now we can go to our browser here at localhost 8080, and we can sign in. Sign in as test. And we can click on the plus button in the upper right corner and we'll add a widget, and the widget's going to be documents and media. So we can either drag it over or just hit add. And we'll click the plus button on the top left corner of the documents and media widget and select file upload. And once it prompts us for a file to upload, we'll go ahead and select under Chapter 13 exercises, this test PDF, or any test PDF in that case. In this case, what I've done is I've downloaded a copy of the Liferay JXP 7.2 compatibility matrix, and I'll go ahead and use that. We don't need to fill the rest of this out. We can just go ahead and select publish. And once that's published, we can go ahead to our console, and we'll notice the name of the file that we uploaded is there. Here we can see a title, and it's Liferay DXP 7.2 compatibility matrix.pdf. If you don't see the message displayed on your console right away, try restarting the platform. And that's it. We've demonstrated how to implement a message bus listener to listen for messages generated by Liferay's applications. In addition to implementing a listener, you can create destinations and senders for your own applications. Remember, the message bus is often applied in situations where you do not want a long-running process to affect the responsiveness of your application.